In the much-anticipated sequel to Inside Out, titled Inside Out 2, Pixar is introducing several new emotions to join the original team. The new trailers for the film give us a first look at these new characters, who will make Riley's life more complicated as she enters a very interesting time in her life, puberty. This time, the lead emotion won't be joy, but rather the messy anxiety, serving as the head. Just like in the first film, joy tries to make Riley's life enjoyable, but with the challenges of puberty, this task will be much harder. The first teaser trailer for Inside Out 2 shows the puberty alarm going off inside Riley's head, signaling the start of changes. A team of construction workers comes in to change some things in the headquarters, and we are introduced to the new emotion anxiety, who tells the rest of the group that others are on the way. Anxiety is voiced by Hawke, an amazingly talented actress and the daughter of actors Ethan Hawke and Uma Thurman. Riley's experience with puberty will be a central theme in Inside Out 2. The trailer reveals that anxiety will go against the other emotions, especially joy, as it believes it's time to start worrying about Riley's future. This confirms that anxiety will be the main villain in the film. Another new character, Envy, voiced by Aduba, will also cause problems in Riley's life. Envy is depicted as a little green monster who wants to be more like the popular teenagers on Riley's hockey team, causing issues with her social life. There is also a character named Ennui, voiced by Adele Exarchopoulos, who represents weariness and dissatisfaction. Ennui is likely to make Riley's parents angry on several occasions in the movie, as seen in the trailer. Lastly, there is Embarrassment, voiced by Paul Walter Hauser, who will likely play a significant role in Riley's teenage experience. Overall, Inside Out 2 will explore the challenges and emotions that come with puberty, with anxiety serving as the main antagonist. The addition of these new emotions will make Riley's journey even more complex and relatable to audiences. The creators of Inside Out based the emotions in the film on Paul Ekman's theory of emotions in psychology, which includes joy, sadness, fear, disgust, anger, and surprise. However, surprise was not included in the first film because it was deemed too similar to fear. There are rumors that surprise may be reintroduced in the upcoming sequel. Ekman's theory identifies these 6 core emotions as essential to human experience. Yet the richness of emotional life often extends beyond these categories, especially during complex developmental stages such as puberty. Additionally, there is speculation that a new emotion, love, may be introduced in the sequel. This could potentially happen towards the end of the film, with Riley falling in love with someone. The introduction of love would add a new dimension to Riley's emotional development, highlighting the positive aspects of growing up and the new experiences that come with it. The trailer for Inside Out 2 introduces the emotions anxiety, envy, and embarrassment, which are described as more sophisticated emotions than the original 5. It is suggested that the sequel should also include positive emotions to help Riley deal with puberty. The nuanced depiction of these emotions suggests a more complex and layered portrayal of Riley's internal world, reflecting the multifaceted nature of human emotional experience. There is also talk about the possibility of surprise and love being physically brought to life in the film, similar to how the character Bing Bong represented Riley's innocence in the first movie. Bing Bong was a poignant and imaginative representation of Riley's childhood, and the introduction of new characters representing surprise and love could serve a similar purpose in depicting Riley's evolving emotional landscape. Inside Out 2 is set to be released in theaters in the US on June 14, 2024. The release date builds anticipation for what promises to be a compelling and insightful exploration of adolescence and emotional growth. The success of Inside Out 2 will likely depend on its ability to balance the introduction of new emotions with a coherent and engaging narrative. The film's exploration of puberty and the associated emotional turmoil will resonate with many viewers, particularly those who are or have recently experienced similar challenges. The depiction of emotions like anxiety, envy, and embarrassment will provide a relatable and realistic portrayal of adolescence, while the potential inclusion of love and surprise could offer a hopeful and uplifting counterbalance. In conclusion, Inside Out 2 promises to be an exciting and thought-provoking continuation of Riley's story. The introduction of new emotions and the exploration of puberty will provide a rich and nuanced depiction of the complexities of growing up. As we eagerly await the film's release, we can reflect on the importance of understanding and embracing the full spectrum of human emotions, both in ourselves and in others. Whether Inside Out continues beyond its second installment remains to be seen, but for now, we can look forward to another journey into the mind of Riley and the emotions that shape her world.
Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm excited to share with you some thoughts on Pixar's Inside Out 2. As you may know, the sequel is set to introduce 4 new emotions into Riley's psyche: anxiety, embarrassment, envy, and ennui. And what's interesting is that each of these new emotions seems to match one of Riley's existing emotions from the first movie. For example, disgust and envy are connected as both involve judgment and low self-esteem. Fear and anxiety go hand in hand, as anxiety is essentially the fear of anticipation. Anger and embarrassment are linked, as someone can become so angry that they embarrass themselves or embarrass themselves so much that they become angry. And ennui and sadness are similar in that they both indicate underlying issues and can lead to a lack of socialization. But what's notable is that the only member of Riley's original emotional support team who doesn't seem to have a match or counterpart is Joy. While this may seem like an oversight, it could actually be a hint for what's to come. Some fans have theorized that Joy will undergo her own emotional journey and evolve into the emotion of love. And I think this theory is supported by the fact that Joy has shown the ability to act like various emotions, including inducing happiness, making Riley laugh, and creating Goofball Island. Joy has always been the leader of Riley's emotions, but she has also been somewhat of a loner. She didn't need anyone's help and often took charge. This suggests that she may not need a matching emotion in the sequel. Instead, she may become her own match and transform into the emotion of love. This would give her even more control over Riley's emotional state. The introduction of new emotions in Inside Out 2 and the potential evolution of Joy into love hints at a deeper exploration of Riley's emotional journey and the complexities of human emotions. And this got me thinking about the concept of evolution theory in relation to emotions in the movie Inside Out. According to this theory, every emotion that fans know from Inside Out will go through a change, potentially resulting in them becoming new emotions, even if only temporarily. The idea is that these original or base emotions can embody and become other more complicated feelings. For example, in the first movie, Joy was shown controlling other emotions like goofiness, indicating that the core 5 emotions can also be in control of the other complicated ones that Riley will experience. And there are examples in the first movie that suggest the core emotions can evolve into new ones. For instance, disgust showed signs of envy and tried to keep Joy from embarrassing Riley by keeping her away from cool-looking classmates. Fear also showed signs of anxiety, especially on Riley's first day at her new school. This suggests that the core emotions can evolve into more complicated emotions, even if only temporarily. And the theory also suggests that Joy will eventually evolve into the feeling of love in order to help Riley grow and overcome whatever problems she will face in Inside Out 2. This might explain why Joy wasn't given a matching new friend like the rest of the core 5 emotions, as Pixar didn't want to spoil this surprise. Additionally, other characters in Inside Out, such as the city bus driver, also had different setups with the 5 core emotions, implying that their emotions evolved and changed to reflect how they truly feel all day. The theory proposes that Riley's anxious feelings might become overwhelming for fear to handle, leading to the creation of a new emotion specifically for anxiety. This would happen if Riley goes through something so embarrassing that it becomes borderline traumatizing, causing her anxiety to spike. With the spike in anxiety, the new emotion would be born and eventually take over the command center. And this is supported by the fact that in the first movie, many of Riley's actions and feelings were driven by anxiety, especially when fear was in control. So the question remains whether Joy will evolve into love and help Riley learn to live with her anxiety. And I think there's a strong chance of this happening. I have to say, I'm loving the direction this movie is taking. We're introduced to some new emotions, including a big elephant-like character, embarrassment, a tiny fairy-like character for envy, and a droopy and lanky character for an emotion called ennui. At first, the design of these characters may take some getting used to, but overall, I think it works well. The concept of Riley, the main character, going through puberty and navigating a new stage of school and teenagehood is genius. It practically writes itself, and provides a natural progression for the story. I'm excited to see how the movie handles this complex and relatable topic. However, I do have two concerns after watching the trailer. Firstly, the crowded ensemble cast of 9 characters around the control panel may make scenes with Riley interacting with others more cluttered and awkward. I worry that some characters may fade into the background or be silent during certain scenes. And secondly, as this is the third trailer for Inside Out 2, I don't have any new production details to share. But don't worry, I'll be sure to provide details for any new movie trailers in the future. Despite these concerns, I'm excited about the Inside Out 2 trailer, and I believe that the movie will maintain the creativity and complexity of the first film. The new emotions introduced in the trailer are a great addition, and I'm confident that the movie will handle the concept of Riley going through puberty with sensitivity and humor. As I mentioned earlier, the movie seems to repeat the plot of the first movie, where joy and sadness were excluded to the realms of the inside of the brain. But this time, the entire main gang is shoved away and put into the past. I love what this means metaphorically, as the teenage protagonist is beginning to suppress her emotions and has more nuanced emotional needs. The new voice cast is also looking great, with Maya Hawke playing Anxiety, Ayo Adir playing Envy, Adele Exarchopoulos playing Ennui, and Paul Walter Hauser playing Embarrassment. And although Bill Hader and Mindy Kaling's roles have been replaced, I think the new cast is going to bring a fresh perspective to the movie. Overall, I'm excited to see where Inside Out 2 takes us. With a 9-person main character cast, I'm hoping for some interesting interactions and character development. And who knows, maybe we'll see a college movie or an adulthood movie in the future. Although, I'm not sure if Pixar has the demographic for it. Thanks for watching, and let me know what you think in the comments below. What are your predictions for jokes, gags, and puns in the movie?